Hey everybody, so today we're going to be classifying matter by the physical property of density. So we're actually going to talk about whether an object is able to either sink or float. So we're going to try the strategy called sumo. So when I say it, you say it. When I do it, you do it. So the word is density. So repeat after me, density. Density sinks, floats, more dense, less dense when compared to water. Again, density sinks, floats, more dense, less dense when compared to water. So we wave our water with the number 1 because that's the density of water. So I have my density column. So very similar to the way we organized mass, we're going to use our number line, only going vertical this time. So now we're going to place a 1 and water in the middle because that's what we're comparing it to. So if it's less than 1, it's going to float. If it's greater than 1 for density, it's going to sink. So today we're going to be testing 6 items to see if it's less dense or more dense than water. So I want you to make a prediction. Will cork sink or float? Let's test it out. So when I drop it in my aquarium, it is going to float. So I'm actually going to write cork on my chart near less dense. Our next item is a metal washer. So do you think a metal washer is going to sink or float? Now let's test it out. So the metal washer sank. So it is more dense than water. Your next prediction. What do you predict will happen with the wooden block? Will it sink or float? Let's test it out. So my wooden block floated. So that means it is less dense than water. Next, we have a glass marble. Is the glass marble going to sink or float? Let's test it out. It's going to sink, so that means it is more dense than water. So we have a glass marble is more dense. Next, we have a golf ball. So is the golf ball going to sink or float? What do you predict? Test it out. And it sank. So I have golf ball, sank. And our last item is the ping pong ball. So will the ping pong ball be less dense or more dense when compared to water? What's your prediction? And it floated. So that means it is less dense than water. So I currently have 3 items that are less dense and 3 items that are more dense. So now we're going to plug it in to our sentence stem using our claims and evidence. So I can pick any one of my items and I'll start with our cork. So I know that cork is less dense than water, and my evidence is that the cork floated in water. Another example would be the metal washer. Metal washer is more dense than water, and my evidence is the metal washer sank in water. I can plug in all of my other items using the same claims and evidence. So if you have any more questions, feel free to comment below. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.